Hello guys, my name is Peter and welcome back to the channel. Today I have some really major SWTOR news for you guys. This is like something that it came out of absolutely nowhere in Star Wars The Old Republic. I'm in the office, as you see, the news office, and I'm just going to go straight into it because there's a lot to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. So first of all, we're going to talk about 7.0, obviously, Legacy of the Sith. We're going to continue, and finally, the developers have decided to share some more news that is not even on the public test server and not even on public knowledge, but now Eric Musco and the people decided to go ahead and share some stuff. And Jackie, the community manager, finally shared some stuff that is what's going to happen with 7.0. So first of all, they're gonna go ahead and introduce daily and weekly mission resets. Now, what this means is that basically you will have like the weeklies, right? So if I go back into the game, and if you see here, you will have like weekly missions, like for example, best example, weekly veteran flashpoints, right? So you have weekly veteran flashpoints that you need to do 2 more times. Now, when 7.0 launch, this veteran flashpoint will go back to 0. Basically, it will go ahead and reset. It was the same goes with Oricon area or events or anything like that. Everything will be removed in terms of when a weekly will go ahead and reset. Reason being is because if people want to go ahead and do the same thing and they don't have the same thing, like the same weekly or things like that, then you can go ahead and get them in the same way, and you can go ahead and do whatever is right. And you can go ahead and do much more group content and a lot of other things with other players. So they're gonna go ahead, and what they try to do here is basically get more fun activities with other players and make sure you have the same weeklies and everything. So that's really, really cool. Uh, Basically, what this means that hopefully you can go ahead and do heroics and other things really faster, and you can still like access missions that aren't part of like rotation if you choose. You much but they will just go ahead and like just go ahead and reduce rewards. Also, they said that alongside with this change will also introduce a number of quality life improvements, including auto completing missions, where we are able to when we were able to, like, guys, when you some of the missions that you need to go ahead and turn in, now you will just go ahead and auto accept it. Like, you have this on heroics, for example, you have this on conquest, of course, and you have it on operations, for example. But still, for some of the cases where you needed to go back and turn in, for example, Feast of Prosperity event, where you needed to go in and still need to go back to it and turn the event mission on, you still need to go ahead and do those. Now they're gonna go ahead and change that with basically the same way how operations and heroics work. So once you completed the mission, you don't have to go back, and you just basically get everything done, which is really cool. Now, next part of objective is share tagging. This has been something that has been, I'm not gonna lie, should been in the game since launch. Share tagging is basically means that if, like right now in Star Wars The Old Republic, how it works is pretty simple. You will go in and you will go ahead and target a mob, right? So you will go ahead and target a mob, and then if someone else comes in, then he wants to help you out, then he will not get anything because you're the first one that tagged that enemy. He will just help you out, but he will not get anything. Now, with share tagging, that basically means that players will still be able to get the credit and everything that is dropping. So, let's just say, for example, people are doing world bosses. For example, like let's just say like 8 people decided to go into world boss, and you are the 9th one that people say, oh, people are actually doing world bosses. Okay, let's go ahead and jump in. He will jump in, or you will jump into a world boss, and you will still get the credits and everything else that is it. I'm not sure every item you were getting, like for example, if you're doing Dreadtooth, you will still get the mask or still have the chance to get a mask. I have no idea, but pretty sure like credits 100% will go ahead, and you will go ahead and get that. If you are grouped with other players and someone in that group does damage to an NPC, credits is shared for the entire group. That's what, by the way, it says here. For 7.0, we are changing the default behavior to tie it into factions instead. So if you're a Republic player and you helping out the Republic player, you will still get the credits. However, if you're an Imperial player and helping out him, you will not get it. So that will go the same way as it is. In some cases, we allow credits to be shared with any player regardless of faction. The first content will take advantage of this open tagging will be world bosses, as Eric's saying here in the forum. This should minimize opportunities and really encourage players to help each other, but in order to defeat these bosses. As an added bonus, we will also updated the rule of tagging to include healers. So also if you're healing a player that is tanking a world boss, you will also getting the credit as well. So I'm not sure like how other like loots will go ahead and go. So like special loots like the mask, the Dreadmaster mask that comes from Dreadtooth, or pets or things like that. I don't know how will that work, but we'll see how will that work. Next one is a big topic, is economy adjustments. Now, we also here talked about in the channel regarding of the economy and how did it not work. Not gonna lie, this will not fix it. This will not fix it. Like, this is not like, this is not like, it is a first step to the right direction, but it is still not gonna be a fix. So in this statement, they are saying, regardless of the credit inflation, what this means is that more credits being created and generated to the economy that are being spent, which drives the GTM prices up all over time. One of the steps we are taking to address is reduction of credits awarded by completing Conquest. And also we are planning to removing solid resource matrices from Conquest and instead putting it to the Jawa vendors. This will address credit creation issues in the economy. We will sharing more details on these changes in a follow-up post in the near future. So I'm guessing this is like they saying here, this is not it, but this is just one step to economy fixing, which, like I said, it will not solve anything because like Conquest and solid resource matrices are not the problem in terms of economy. Other things are the major problems here. So I'm not sure how they will go ahead and fix it, but looking forward to it. Now, there is another combat change which is happening in also with the combat styles. This is super interesting, which is a combat change for Vanish. Now, if you guys know that you can go ahead and stealth out like assassins, smugglers, operatives, and consulars can go ahead and, or shadows in that way, go ahead and stealth out, and they can go ahead and arrest someone because that person is clearly out of combat. He can heal himself up, and then you can go ahead and do whatever. Now, with this, for all flashpoints and operations, Vanish ability will instantly drop all threat that allows players to enter stealth at max level. However, players will no longer exit combat. This restriction does not apply to an open world PvE or PvP or war zones. So war zones are still going to be, like, you can go ahead and use it normally. And for open world PvE, which is basically world bosses, and PvP, open world PvP, but that's not really a thing in Star Wars The Old Republic. But this means that you are no longer going to go and do vanishes. This is a huge thing that a lot of people, including myself, when we are in a tight situation, we are definitely used it. I used it so many times when someone just died by accident and I needed to rest him up. I stealthed it out as an assassin, I rest him up, and then we continued, or even eventually we went in and killed it. So this is also one of the features that will introduce in 7.0, so players will no longer able to stealth res people. One of the biggest changes that you guys, including myself, have been asked for so long, ladies and gentlemen, so long, and it's in the title most likely. Weapon designer, or weapons in outfitter, in a way. I don't think it's gonna be weapon design, how they explain it, but weapons are gonna be an outfitter. Finally, it's been one of the most requesting thing that we had in a while, and finally we will have it. So in the beginning of 7.0, you will able to use weapons in a similar way to armor in our existing outfitter system. This means you can have one weapon equipped, which will determine the stats applied to your character, and stamp the appearance of another weapon of the same type via outfitter. It will work the same way how it will work in the outfitter. So you have your stat-based items and your gear there. So like in a way, like I will just simply show you guys this on the game. So you will have it here. Obviously, this is my appearance. And then in here, you will have the weapon as well. So you can go ahead and change your weapon as well. Now, I'm really curious how this will work. So, for example, like I'm pretty sure I cannot use a blaster rifle, but I can go ahead and use a different lightsaber that I just want to use. And that's also really, really cool because, like I said, I don't want to just change lightsabers back and forth to other characters. But now this means that you can go ahead and use 2 lightsabers as a Marauder. I'm pretty sure, I don't know how else it will work in terms of animation, but basically like in the way how it is here. So for example, right now I have in an appearance the Tula Cord armor set here, and there will be a lightsaber here or weapon here in the outfitter as well that you can go ahead and use finally in the outfitter. Now, they also stating here in this that weapons have several properties that are unique for them as compared to armor. They have unique audio, color crystals, and weapon tunings. The weapon assigned to the outfit slot or slots for dual-wielding combat style will determine which of these customization options are seen and heard in the game. If a weapon is not assigned to an outfitter, the game will use the option from the current equipped weapon instead. So this is huge, finally. It's not like weapon designer or anything like that that you can customize weapons, but finally you can go ahead and put a weapon in the outfit designer that has been asked for a while. Now, finally, I have some also news, like we are not done yet, in terms of gearing, how it will work. So they are introducing a new thing, which is called legendary items. Now, with the legendary items, you guys know, like in Star Wars The Old Republic, if I go ahead and show you guys right now, you have like the set bonuses here, right? So you have like, I have these under the Fearless, and you need a 6-piece in order to get the maximum set bonus. Now, this one will change in 7.0. The legendary set bonuses will be on the earpiece and will be on the implant. You can only wear 2 legendary items on one character, 1 implant and 1 earpiece, obviously, or like 2 earpieces, or no, sorry, 2 implants and the earpiece will be normal. You can go ahead and wear these. So how this will work? Players will be able to equip 2 legendary items at a time. Each piece of legendary gear will have a unique effect that will enhance and improve various playstyles and affect your stats in the same manner that gear does today. So it's basically going to be a set bonus. Implants will have a greater focus on utility improvements, while earpieces will have more skewed towards improving combat style, power, and effectiveness. No more needing to stack multiple gears in order to get the set bonus. So basically you just need 1 item, and then you can upgrade this, since it will be rolled into a single legendary item. These items will be obtained in a lower ladder rating as well, non-max level, and can be upgraded to higher levels. Essentially, you can increase legendary item rating over time, as they do not need to be replaced like current gear does. So what you will have is you will have a legendary gear, and then you can upgrade these just like how it works now. You can go ahead and upgrade it. Like, I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be like 306, but imagine it's like 306, and you are currently 300 with your legendary, and then you can upgrade that slowly with 306. I don't know exactly how it will work. Like, I don't think we need to go ahead and get flashpoints in order to do that. So I'm guessing we need to go ahead and do something in order to get that like legendary item to the max level, like item rating, sorry. What about the current gear? The current gear in level 76, just like on previous expansions, will not exist. Once you reach level 75, it will no longer exist. So it will be done and dusted. The stats on the character will be staying, so like everything that was in your set bonus right now as you're seeing it, every stat here that I have, like power, mastery, endurance, will be staying, but the set bonus, once I will reach level 76, it will no longer exist when 7.0 launch. And this was just, like I said, the glimpse of it. Now we're starting to get to know, like, what is exactly happening in 7.0. So I'm not gonna go ahead and talk about it that much because I want to make like a collective video about it. But in a nutshell, we have combat styles introduced as like just you can go ahead and play whatever combat you want in almost whatever storyline. You have legendary gear system. By the way, this was the same one that WoW used back in the day, I believe. This legendary gear. You will have new storyline with Manon and Elom as a new flashpoint. And then you will have the legendary gears. You will have share tagging now, which is quality of life update, I guess. Weapons in Outfitter also, which is again quality of life, and daily and weekly mission reset as well for quality of life. So there's like more quality of lifestyles in there, but like I said, I want to make like a collective and share my thoughts about 7.0 in total once we get to know everything. Of course, I forgot the R4 anomaly will be there as well for the new operation. So yeah, that's about it. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. I'm really interested for this weapons and outfitter. Once it will be on the test server, I will definitely try it out for you guys and checking out a lot of things. So thank you everybody for watching. Take care of yourselves and yeah, have a lovely day. Thanks for watching. Peace.